back to my Festive Crafting Showcase. Thank you so much for joining me. This is session 3 for the day. We have so far created 6 cards. I've shown you some of the products from our mini catalog. That's the Stamping Up September, December mini catalog, and our online exclusives, which released in September. Today is all about creating Christmas projects and inspiring you with projects so that you can get a head start on your Christmas crafting and maybe avoid the rush at the end. And hopefully it's given you some ideas so far to help you along as you craft. So for my session now, I'll be starting with the Christmas tags and more. It's a mix and match specialty pack, which it's a 6x6 paper pack, which you'll find on page 14 and 15 of the mini catalog. This is a really good pack of paper to get. The title of tags sometimes might make you think it is for tags. It is not specifically for tags. You can create so much more than that. It has got the element of something that looks like a tag, but you don't have to create just tags. You can create cards. You can use it for scrapbooking. And today I'm going to be creating cards. I am focusing on cards today mainly because that's what I do a lot of, and that's what I love doing. And I find I need lots and lots of it. So I focused on that today. No, I haven't been even scratched the surface with so much there to do. And in the 7 to 8 hours today, I've been able to do a few things. So now I've got a couple of cards to share with you using this. I will show you the pack and you can see why it's called tags, but it's also so much more than that. So thank you for joining me. If it's your first session here, my name is Rochelle Laird-Smith and I'm from Stamping Flair. I am in Melbourne in Australia. So today it is Saturday afternoon here. And I am sharing with you lots of Christmas inspiration today. I do regular videos on YouTube and I share inspiration on Facebook and I also on my blog. So if you want more inspiration, please follow me there. Subscribe to my newsletter where I share a new tutorial each week, which is free to my newsletter subscribers. And keep in touch with me there where I share with you the latest promotions. Something new that is coming up with Stamping Up and something for you to keep your eye out on is on the 23rd of September. We touched briefly on this in the previous video, is an advent calendar for crafters. It's a new release that is coming out on this Tuesday. Making sure I've got my dates right. And it is available while supplies last. There is limited stock of it. I'm getting one. It looks really good. It's 12 days of Christmas. It's a crafting advent calendar. So each day you will have a new tool or a stamp set. It comes with a stamp set. So it could include tools. It could use the dies. It could include papers. We don't know what's in it, but there's something new and exclusive on each day. The advent calendar is $173. I was saying it's very comparable to prices across the board with other advent calendars on the market. So keep your eye out on it. I will put it everywhere I can, but make sure you get it early so you don't miss out if it's something you want. Okay, so I'm just going to get this pack of paper out and show you what is in it. I have cut into it well and truly. You get 36 sheets, 8 each of 4 double-sided designs and 2 each of 2 pre-cut designs. Now I have pulled out a lot of the die cuts, right? So it's a bit messy in here, but I kind of knew what was in there, so I know what I'm getting. But Let me give you a close-up of this so you can see all those are die cuts. Now with the tags part, this is kind of, the other side is the gingham, which was my favorite, but you can cut these apart and they're tags ready to go. That's one side, and you could cut that and use that. Then you've got different sides. I'm trying to show you the different papers there are. What else is here? This one. So that's a card, pretty much a card front. You could cut it down and use it. And there's one more. Sure. Trying to see which one was there. There's one missing. Yeah, it's this checky one. Love that. And I really like that color on that. So I think that's a muted garden green. Then you've got these, the dies, which I've taken out and very haphazardly put it inside. But it's like a treasure hunt there. But it's got a little candy cane. Okay, here's a sheet, which is pretty good. We've got a few bits and bobs here already attached. Lights, what are they? Ornaments, presents. I might pull one of them out. I might like to use that. Candy cane bows. Had that, which I used on another card. It's got like banners. Keep that out. Foliage. See, I pulled out two presents. Oh yeah, that's a tiny one in that. We've got, keep going to call it globe. It's an ornament. It's not a globe. Present. We might keep those out. I'm just pulling out the presents because I'm going to be using a Christmas tree on my next project. So I thought, oh, that might work while I spot them. I don't know. Keep that out. Yeah. See, that's the tree that was there. So I'm actually using the tree that's on the tag, so in one, but we'll see what I'm going to end up using. We're playing around. Oh, there's this little cardinal too. That one was nice. Yeah, lots of bits and pieces in here. So well worth the pack. You can get heaps and heaps of projects out of this. I've used it a lot. And don't stint on it. Just use it for backgrounds. Use it for like all your bases and things like that, so you can get maximum use out of it. More presents. That is part of a little banner, which I'll cut in half and I kind of make more use out of it. All right, let's put them back if I lose any bits. And we'll start crafting. I like looking at getting all these ready. I'll decide they're going to tell me and let me know what you're doing today. Or maybe it's Friday night, or maybe it's early Saturday morning. I don't know. Are you watching me like in the middle of the night, maybe? Here we go. All right, we're getting there. So this one is not one I prepared. I didn't prepare this early, but I have got a sketch in mind, and this is one I have decided to do. Got a card mat of 10 by 14.3, a basic white thick card base, which I am just burnishing with my bone folder. And this is the designer series paper I'm going to be using on this. I want to just making sure that that's, might use another embossing folder if, oh, it wouldn't matter. I can emboss it on both sides actually, that one. So this is the Glass and Gardens, the embossing folder, which was in the Let's Shares and Sips suite. In my head, I'm thinking Let's Celebrate. It's funny how things go out of your mind. I had a whole class on it, and just Let's Celebrate. Just gone clean out of my mind what it is. All right, so I'm going to emboss this in two parts so that I can get one side and the other side. Let's see. Because even if there's a join, because that's going to get covered, it wouldn't matter. But I do like the texture on this particular pattern. I like it. Sorry, I like it's a bit more. Subtle, sort of a, not too subtle, but it's a more neutral kind of pattern. And then we'll do the other side. I'll try and match up if I can, but it is just those lines as much as I can. The join in the middle again, as I said, it's not going to matter. It's more that it's kind of straight. And do that. So now we've got a fully embossed sheet, and that center did get flattened a bit in the second embossing, but I've got that I wanted a little bit of texture on the right side when it was visible, so that was my main reason for embossing, and I've got that. Okay, now my white, got lots of bits And oops. So I've just got a matte layer. This is one of those tags which I was talking about. I've got a matte layer of garden green behind that. And let me see whether I have written any measurements. It's probably 5.4 by 7.9 centimeters is the matte layer. You could just kind of work out whether you want a larger one or a narrower one. Do that. This is a fairly quick card. Again, I love my whites, so that's for the back. This is one of the banners that come in that pack. Right, I don't need to use it all. Whether I want it like that, whether I just want a bit. Whether I want it here. You know how I like my Kenyan? I think this looks quite nice here, actually. This is, I've heat embossed. This is from the Jolly Holly or that bundle. And I'm going to add this under. I'm not sure whether that'll go, because it's not got old olive, but it may. No. I like the goldy look on that, but I wasn't sure about that one, and so no. So working out what color I want to use. Got some white ribbon. White may work off in my, weirdly enough, might work out. So this is the Misty Moonlight and White 1/4" ribbon pack. I've not used it yet, so feel this is tying nicely. I only need a small ball, so I'm going to make that smaller instead of wasting the ribbon. All right. Okay, so we have that. I still may color this. I'll see how that goes. All right, so now we're going to just glue this here. Put some dimensionals here. I might pull that there. So push it as far as you can to the right. I'm looking to see whether I have a little star somewhere. A nice gold star would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not sure whether the ball is doing anything for it, but we'll see. Still not. I've still not given up on the boy. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Put another glue dot there, just get that stuck under for sure. And then let's have joy there. Then I don't think I'd even need the little star, but I will see if I have another little star. I'm going to check that. I'm flicking through my dies just to see what I have. I probably have one in one of my pouches. I was even looking at the celebrations. I don't know where that was start. Does more than autumn have a star? Not sure. There's a gingerbread in there. Don't forget that little gingerbread. I'm checking. No, I'll just go with this. It'll do. We can do this. You know what I like about this Joy? The J, the little dot above the J is attached to it. You don't have to worry about losing your joy. See? It's attached. So good. You know? So this is a fairly simple card, only because I took longer because I was fumbling around trying to find the star. But I think I have kind of made it look like the star by adding the gold up the top. Let's stretch it. But the gold kind of makes it look starry. And I'm going to add some embellishments, which are going to make it look a bit more starry. Now, these are adhesive back metallic gems. I don't use this much, I have to say. It's kind of very specific type of gem, I think. A bit different. Not different, but like kind of has to be specific what you're using. The color, I think the gold is specific. That's copper. Yeah, I think that's nice and simple. You could add more layers, add another bit, but if you wanted to, you could put that on another layer. But I've kept it quite clean there. I'm adding this to crumb cake. I thought it sort of broke it up a bit. And because that little banner we had on the front has crumb cake, it brings that in a bit to the inside of the card. I just fold this when I'm sticking this down so then it sits flush to the left. And then this is for the envelope. I love this sheet of paper with the mistletoe. I think the colors are just lovely. I think because I like softly foil. Cotton green's not my favorite, but I have been using it more. And it works really well with these colors. with the soft sea foam and a bit of crumb cake. It works really well. Alright, our card's done. So on the fly card, we're not casing anything, but I just thought that was a pretty little simple card to do. And it also, it was a leftover bit of that we could, this is what I was pulling out the gifts for. If you wanted to, you could add these, and I thought, oh, maybe they'll work. But I think it'll be a bit much. So that's why I left them. I wasn't sure. And I'll put them back before I lose any more. Little bit. These little packs are good. Alright, so that's done. I will do a recap of all our cards after. But next card we have is another with this sweet, not sweet, this pack of paper. And I am bringing in the Peaceful Days, that leaf, which I loved. That's a very nice leaf. And we're going to use it for some background stamping. My garden green. I think I forgot to cut that down, and I need to get a garden green matte layer. I had lots of bits and pieces on this card, and I forgot. So we've got a garden green card base, and I'll tell you the measurements for this, which is, just make sure I got the right. So the basic page would be 10 by 14.3. And this is 9.5 by 10. Nine 9.5 by 13.8, sorry. So then you have your matte layers there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is stamp on this. Let me bring in this, and we'll stamp in garden green. So really, you only need to do top and bottom. Just keep turning. This will go on my basic beige card base, card mat, and that will go on my garden green card base. So for me, as someone who is not really into too deeper colors and things like that, I break them up with like a neutral layer, such as basic beige. And that's my method of sort of toning things down a little bit. And it just works for me. And if I find it too heavy, but it also depends on what look I'm going for. And that would work on that for as well. So it was just something that this I was looking for with the particular card and how the design, I guess, how it was. So the next thing is I've got 2 pieces of soft sea foil. Now each of these I'm just going to rip through. This is just regular cardstock which I'm just ripping, not two-tone. I think if you want to, you can use two-tone. And I also have a piece of the designer series paper which is going to go here, right? The one side is going to sit. It is a bit longer. I have got it. I think I cut it too wide. Not think, I know. So, which is, I think it's 9.5. I'll cut it shorter. Now gluing this, I'm going to leave. What I'm going to do is stick this down, but I'm not going to glue this top bit because I want to add these under. So just so I can get alignment a bit, and then I can add some glue right under. But I can just adding my glue like that. And then I will fairly quickly, because you do get a bit of time to maneuver with this. Just gonna stick this under. Now I can see that I have somehow put a very short strip of. I'm gonna cut these again because I think I've done it too short. $9.5. Pretty sure. Let's go for 2.5 approximately. Right, stick that down under. That's better. And I just like that. Same with the other side. Now I will just add a bit of glue under here. Stick that down. If you wanted to, you could even do a full piece of softy foam under. I was just using my bits of cardstock that were left over. I mean, then you went like, you can see that there's bit of an edge there, which is why you would probably want to use a full sheet. And that's sometimes what the issue is when you do gut the centers of cards, and you do see that. But I'm going to probably flip this, so I will cover that with ribbon. Then you won't see it because that side is a bit more prominent than this side. And I'm going to just cover that, and hopefully that will not be too visible. So I'll take some tear and tape and stick that to the back of this. If you're in Australia and you want any of these supplies, they are available in my online store. When you shop, you need to opt in for rewards. Any orders of $35 or more retail value will earn rewards. So rewards are 10%, like prior to shipping and all that. So you need to, that's the retail value. So you earn rewards on orders of $35 or more. But you need to opt in for that. So create an account and opt in for that. And then every time you shop, you can earn rewards. Now, one thing, if you are liking a lot of things and you do want a community of crafters and you want to learn more about Stampin' Up, and you have heard me talk about our events and things like that. Purchasing a starter kit is a good way to get more value for money. And our starter kit is $169. So you could get $235 of product for $169. So think about that. There's a lot of product. We were talking about this in the last session too. There is so much product, and yeah, we all have to kind of work out what we want, and we can't have it all. But it's nice to be able to get a discount on what you do want or what you have on your wish list. And the starter kit is a good way, like, to start. So you get what, $235 worth of product, you pay $169, and then what you do is going forward. Like any orders you place, you get you'll get a discount. So that's something that's worth thinking about. You get discounts on sale items, you get discount on anything like that. So and you also earn stamping rewards like a customer. You earn your 10% rewards on anything over $35. So if you have any questions, ask me. But also, we are having an opportunity night where you can learn or like find out all what it's about. I will pop the information up after this session so that it might be something you will be interested in joining. And you can come, just it's a no pressure event, just to come and ask any questions, or you can just listen. Just come craft and get some ideas, have some fun. You don't have to do this kind of stuff and teach and things like that. You can just come and get the discount. I think we all love a discount, and no matter what it is, just shop. I've just been distressing this, the edges, with my scissors. It's giving you sort of that same edge that this thing, because I had the torn edge. I sort of went with that. I picked a different tag to what I had originally picked. I think the community is very important when we craft. Like, I love the people I have met, the friends I have made. There's lots of friends I have made. And while I love crafting alone, I say, what do I like crafting alone? Yeah, I think better, but I love crafting with others too. And I love the community I've made. Just when I have to think, I can't count when I talk. So when I do make a class, I do quietly. Because I don't even listen to music or anything. That's what I mean. I love crafting quietly, but I love crafting with others and meeting. Nice to talk to others. Hey? You meet your people and you find friends that you connect with. Everyone's different. That's the good thing. So when you put that on there, or glue it on, put that on dimensionals. Yeah, sticking to it. This one's a bit longer than the one I did earlier, but that's okay. Yeah. I am going to change this up a bit because I want it on an angle. Right, so now I am going to get my delicate pines and these guys. Am I? I'm going to try. Maybe not. There are 3 of these, but I'm just going to get one because I find that I don't need 3. There are 3 of them in the pack. Then let me pick some foliage from this. Does that work? Yeah, okay. So we'll die cut 3 of these. So this is actually, can we use this fern or it can make a snowflake. And that's why that set is good, because it's a floral snowflake. So when you assemble the snowflake, it has the center. This one, this doesn't come off. Which you layer together so they can join. I'm going to have to name this segment the garden green section because I think my next card's got garden green as well. Or maybe, I'm pretty sure it does. It does. Didn't plan it that way, just so happened. Now you have different rooms. The green room, the blue room. It's the garden green one. Okay, let's see. I'm going to cut these in half. All right, and then I can arrange them. And I can trim the circles off if I need to, but at least then it gives me somewhere to put glue on. I'm going to tie a ribbon. Now with this ribbon, one side is shiny and the other side is flat. To help with this, I found doing it the board this way, which is not my normal way to tie a regular ball, it may be easier. So then at least your 2 loops, if you twist it, maybe like that, maybe the same. It's not, because I tried to do it this way, and then you do either way. You'd have to do some kind of jugglery to, to get it to work. If you do it like this, both ways, you kind of had to mess around with it a bit, because then one side is, if you can see that. So here I'm just twisting it. So I did a normal ball here. The other one I did it the how I tie a double boy, right? So just give it a bit of a twist so you get both tails looking the same. Otherwise, you'll have one which is looking flat. And we'll stick that down there, maybe there. That seems to be a better position. Okay, so here I'm going to add some greenery just to give it that 3D look. If you're interested about joining or wanting to know about it, I'm going to put the starter kit offer link now, just so you can if you want to, you can click on it and find out. Of course, message me if you want to know more. I'm happy, or give me a call. I can always help you. I'd love to help you answer some questions. And, you know, I've been with Stampin' Up now over 10 years. It's been a lot of fun and definitely worth it. So there's no compulsion for anything. So if you ever change your mind and you really don't want to be like part of the demonstrating more, and demonstrating doesn't mean you have to demonstrate. It's just a term, so you can just stop purchasing and purchasing those products. You can just go back to being a customer, and that is totally fine. So as I said, there's no compulsion definitely one of the perks that I enjoy is seeing the products early and being able to purchase them early. That's something I really love. And getting to enjoy some special events too that like others don't get to be part of. It's just really nice. It's exclusive events. Okay, back to my favorite, my greetings for you ephemera. All right. Let me see what would work here. So many. So I'm just going to stick this right down on that. No dimensionals or anything. So I'm going to take the backing off this. There is a little halfway mark here, which is, you can see, I'm just, should use my take a pic tool. That's probably easier. Well, there you go. My fingers did the job. You can pop it up on dimensionals, but I'm just going to pop it on just there. Like, pop it with the glue that's on it. I'll show you the other card I made, which is a little bit different. So that's that. That's for the inside of the card. In a softy form here. And same on the card, inside of the card. And then we just got to embellish it. This is so fun. I love it. We've made so far 8 cards. I think 8. If you make these cards, I'd love for you to tag me in them so I can see it. Tag Stamping Flair. If I go red, it's a bit too red, isn't it? My little cat wants to come and say hello. One of them. Just going, oh, but your desk is too messy, Mum. Oh, the green go. Would that bring a pop to it? Maybe. Maybe. I don't mind that. It makes it pop, doesn't it? Oh, I do like that green. I might swap this around. Use them a lot today. All right, so that's our card. The other card I made was this. It's the same set, different one, those tags, but similar look. Which one do you prefer? Do you have a preference? I prefer the ball on this. I tried it different, but the embellishments are a little bit different. I just had to adjust according to this because these leaves were going on the stocking in different ways. So that's what had to happen there. Okay. Now we have one with the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Suite. All right. So it was a garden green party. I've got thick white card base. The DSP is 9 by 10 centimeters. Is it 9? No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I'll give you the right measurement. The DSP is 6.1 by 14.4 centimeters, and the garden green mat is 6.5 by 14.8. So we will that's pretty too, isn't it? You could die cut this. They have the big die that die cuts all. You can die cut them. Okay, so I'm gonna take my garden green and blend some ink. on there. Just to give it a bit of a haze, a light haze of garden green. This mossy meadow, dark mossy meadow, and I'm going to splatter this just on this side. And then we'll glue this on here. That fits right across, okay? Right. Next on doing some stamping, we're going to get our delicate pines. Now this one is quite, I'm going to use the largest one first. Mount it by just putting that down and picking it up with your block so it doesn't move it around. We're going to ink this up in Old Olive. So just ink it all up in Old Olive. This set has many combinations. You can stamp it, you can die cut it, you can stamp and die cut, you can die cut the center, you can add different combinations. It's just so much you can do with it. It's like the variation is amazing. So this is garden green. I'm just tapping on. And we're going to stamp that. Ooh, that is not going to happen. Okay. All right. It's going to give you a nice double color. And you probably can see that you get two tones. Now we're going to bring the second one. And I'll mount it again. I'm going to ink this time with Old Olive. And take pecan pie and concentrate in some areas here. Okay, then you're going to get a two-tone there, and you can probably see that there. I'm going to take my third one and stamp that in garden green. I think I have to do that again because that was too close to the edge. So let's ink that up again. Hold olive. I'm okay with it crossing. I didn't really pay attention where I was stamping. I was too close to the edge. That's fine. That is better. Okay. Then we're going to die cut this. So this guy's a huge one. Now I'm cutting this as a whole, this snowflake. But there is a die for each of these that will cut out the inside of this as well, if you wanted to do that. I have done it for other cards, which I'm doing, but I'm not doing it for this one. I wanted a different look, and you don't have to do it like that. It's I wanted this layered look. No, I have to cut. I have to cut out the inside. I forgot. All right, so that this small one here. Then I'll take the medium size one. So we've got the small one, the large one, and the medium one. If you love this suite, you would like to come join us at our Elegant Pine Snowflake retreat. It's a full 2-day virtual retreat. Will be held from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October. It is via Zoom, so you can join us virtually from anywhere in the world. The virtual content for both days, so the whole 2 days, is $54.95. So that's like $27.50 or something for 1 day. That's 7.5 hours. That's a lot of content. You will get 18 projects, including 6 fun falls, And our classes are designed with lots of techniques, lots of layers. You learn different styles from all of us. We've got our own style. You're gonna learn lots, so come join us. I will pop up the link to the Stamping Lounge where you will find our information under events, so you can join, because we have two separate links for the retreat. One is for the kit, which is available Australia wide, and one is for the virtual content. If you purchase a kit, you will get the virtual that is the $54.95 content free. Now, if you also purchase a kit with us, you will, as an added bonus, you will get a one sheet wonder class focused on the North Pole Delivery Suite with 12 projects. You get 12 project sheets as an extra. So that's if you purchase a kit, or if you are just purchasing the virtual content, you too can get this by referring someone, and that person mentions that you referred them. So you're not excluded. You can get that extra North Pole Delivery Suite one sheet wonder class. Again, 12 projects there too. So 18 projects and plus another 12. So let me just pop up the link to our Stamping Lounge. If you want to join, please come. We are a membership group, so we do have events like this where anyone can join, but our membership is $24.95 a month, and our members get a free class a month and a mystery challenge a month, plus all sorts of content throughout the month, and special resources like card sketches and color combos, and just a bit of extra fun. Like we had our first birthday party, we had cake, virtual of course, and we had a party with games and stuff. So that was fun, and just extra events, they get a bit of fun. So there's a whole library of content there. Come join us, try it for a month if you want, see what it's like. You can cancel at any time. It's lots of fun. Everyone has a good time. And the retreat's always so good. It's 4 days and we enjoy teaching. We have lots of fun teaching. And we like everybody, meeting everyone. It's all about what we encourage community, and that's what we wanted out of that group. So I've die cut this from white so that I can do some ink blending. The idea is so I can create, like mix the colors and things like that. I'm using my scissors because my pokey tool is somewhere under the rubble. the brush would do it too. The wire brush that comes with the stamping, cut and emboss, or the take a pick tool. That would do it. I don't use it much. I just sit here and do this. That's what that brush is for. I think I forget about it. I just don't use it. Okay, now time for some blending. So you could do this. You could get your, it's number 3. Yeah. This is one way you could do it. You could do this. But then you'll get your fingers dirty. So I'd rather do this. I prefer this way. And then if you have any leftover, like of those little dotties, they go out anyway. The little things that are in the holes, they go. I'm sort of gently. You get a more concentrate kind of green when you put it directly on the ink pad. That's for sure. Then I'm bringing in my garden green. And we're going to add in touches of garden green. All right. Now for assembly, I've added lots of dimension on this. This could be great as when you put it together, it comes up really nice. It's like as a gift topper. So when you're doing it like this, I didn't see any point in cutting the insides out because it was getting covered anyway, so there's no point. Oh, that's not right. Let's center that. That is better. Right, and this one. Just put it in between the two, like that. Now, for this, I'm kind of centering it there. Just have a look through the front, how it looks. And once you have one, you can kind of just work up the rest. If you wanted, you could go straight on under those, or you could offset it like that in between. Both look nice. They have their own little look. I sort of did in between a bit of both. It just depends how it sits as well. Can you see that? I'm just going to adjust that bottom one. It's not centered quite. All right, so this has just come apart, and that's not going to matter too much because I will put some dimensionals under. And you could even like that. And it just gives some fullness there. I love it. It's just so much. This set is unreal. It looks so nice. It just adds so much depth to it. So you can see how it looks like leaves, but it's actually a snowflake, and it just depends what you're using it for. Even this, I might just go like that. Yeah, okay, now let's bring this in, and I'm just going to place it like that. And I'm going over some of these bits so that I can make sure that that's not going to fall apart or anything. And then it'll stay put. But this one I've assembled a little bit different to my other one, but you will see that this one's probably in between, and the other one I didn't do in between, and it's fine. I don't think I got a sentiment out, so again I'm using these nice gold sentiments from the Greetings for You. And I'm going to go with the Happy Christmas. They're perfect. They're just so nice. Actually, I hadn't put any. I noticed I haven't put any embellishments on my cut. That's terrible. I don't know why I did that. I had a moment. No embellishments. That looks so good. The gold just sets it off. Sets it off. Right. Let's look for our snowflakes. The snowflakes that go with this set. They could be anywhere, but oh, I found them. That's a minor miracle. And I think just one in the center would look great. I'm using a lot of these clear ones actually. I just like the look of them. I'm using more than these as you can see. So for this, I went with, I'll tell you what I did. I'm going to blend some green on the envelope. That was a little bit heavy, but that's okay. Got a bit excited. Smell like snowflake. So same thing, I'm going to one here. Actually, I might do just a small one. I think I'll just do the small one, which is this. Olive and pecan pie. Don't need the huge one. Old olive and pecan pie. Then I'll stamp garden green in between with this. So just line it up. And I think that just looks nice. Well, that's our cards done, guys. I'm going to finish it off here today because it's 5 o'clock. I said it's 6, but like I've done the ones I planned, and there's so much more I could share with you, but I think we've covered quite a bit today, and I know I haven't covered a lot of the online exclusives. I will probably be doing heaps more throughout the day, so I will go through what we have done today. So these are the two just now. Let me know what was your favorite. I'd love to know. And yes, these are the ones this after our last session. Okay. Then the previous session we did these. I kind of showed you some variations. And this one, that's a bit of simple stamping we had. Then we did our little bear. Then we had I keep going to say fun to us, a child is born. That was not the set. A child is born. That was, and I gave you some tips on how to add the eyes and some facial features for that set, and coloring that with stamping blends and mixing that with other papers which are not really Christmassy, and how you can add your own variation to by looking at other sets you have, other DSP you've got. Then we did this one. This is another one. That was the other one. And this is another one. We cased the catalog on this one, changed the color palette. We have done a lot, guys, haven't we? That's a fair whack of cards we've done. That's all in a day's work. So I'm pretty pleased with the amount we managed to cover. I would have loved to cover ornamental Christmas, but and winter scenes. But winter scenes I'm covering tomorrow anyway. So come join me at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There's more I want to share with you. I will be doing that throughout the day by day. So please subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of new cards as I share new projects. Subscribe to our newsletter for your tutorials and updates and things like that. I thank you so much for joining me today. It has been an absolute pleasure to share this day with you and share my cards with you and my projects. I have loved creating them and I have loved sharing them with you and spending time with you. And I do appreciate you spending your time with me and your weekend. I hope you have a lovely weekend and I look forward to catching up with you again. If you have any questions at all about the things I've shared with you, whether it's about the Stamping Lounge, about joining us, or how you can be part of our community, either it's about the starter kit or purchasing through me. If you live in Australia, please get in touch with me. I would love to help you. Give me a call or you can message me. I will be happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Bye bye.